Shalom. Here we are starting our program in the southern Gush Katif, which is located inside the Gaza Strip, in a special music festival, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with interviews, music, and lots of life in Gush Katif. Shalom, as I said, I'm here in Gush Katif, which is located in the Gaza Strip. Now, Gush Katif has its hard days. There are many security problems here. It's not easy to be here in Gush Katif, but it's amazing and it's a beautiful place to be. And here we are today to celebrate the Jewish music here in Gush Katif. As you could see, the sun is coming down. There are people coming in here all the time. So let's speak until things start with some of these visitors and some of the performers.
It's going to be a lot of simcha in Gush Katif tonight. Only simcha. Lots of hopefully great music.
There's a lot of people here, and Shlomo Gronich is here. It's great. And Adiran and all these stuff. Arutz Sheva too. And it's going to be cool.
Well, we're going to do our original songs, and we're going to do a couple of songs from Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach, Zecher Tzaddik Livracha, and then we have the honor of doing a full set with Shlomo Gronich, who's one of the greats in Israeli music.
I'm not trying to say nothing by coming here. I'm coming for the joy of music, for the purpose of getting together with good musician friends, and collaboration with them is really joy and dialogue through the hearts, and it makes me happy.
The feeling being here is incredible. All the Gush is just incredible. The sea and the sand is just. I can never think of a possibility that we're going to give it all back.
When you see all the people waiting on the grass, you can't be afraid. We came to be uplifted and to bring happiness. Except for the show, we have stands with arts and crafts made mostly by Gush Katif residents.
זה חלק ממסע של הופעות, לעשות הופעה בכל מקום שהיה פיגוע או מקומות ש...
This is part of a special tour, performing in places hit by terror attacks, to show that no one can stop the happiness of the people of Israel.
את המנגינה הזאת אי אפשר להפסיק.
This tune cannot be stopped. We must continue playing and singing. I believe and I am sure that you will always continue to be happy. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, it's getting dark. It's time to start the festival.
מצווה גדולה
דברים שנראים בתקשורת, ששמים את המצלמה על איזה דבר אחד ספציפי.
In the media, where they focus on one thing, you can't see the whole picture. The truth is that this is a beautiful place. People feel safe, and this is the land of Israel, and it is a mitzvah to perform here and to live here.
We live here for everyone in Israel and together with Israel, beyahad.
Last year, a 9-year-old girl came over to me and handed me a note after the show. And it said, "Last night I was lying under my bed afraid, listening to the bullets flying over my house in Neve Kalim. And tonight, your band brought me out to be Misamech." So there's nothing else to say.
So from Gush Katif and the Gaza Strip, that's all for now. And I'll sum it up by saying, wow. We'll be back in the studio right after this.
So, why did you come to Israel?
We come every year, and we're visiting our children in Renana and going to tour Israel. It's wonderful here.
Welcome back to the studio. Last year, as a result of the security situation, stores and businesses, especially in downtown Jerusalem, were going through very hard times. The Chutzot Ha'ir Festival, also known as the first outdoor Israeli mall, is a project that started last year as part of the efforts to revive Jerusalem nightlife and tourism. Shlomo Blas went to visit this event, which organizers hope will become a tradition.
I'm standing in the Ben Yehuda pedestrian mall. This is one of many happenings taking place in Jerusalem in the weekend, starting from Thursday night and going throughout the weekend. You can see many stands here, food stands, arts and crafts, but more important than all, people. The place is thronging with people, Jerusalemites, people from outside Jerusalem, people from outside the country. They came to see life in Jerusalem. We had long periods which were very difficult periods, terror attacks, but now we see life is back in Jerusalem, and it's just great to see so many people here. We spoke to some of the people visiting here tonight.
I have a great sense of pride, and it just makes me really happy to see that everything's alive, and it's just a lot of fun.
It's it's wonderful to come here because all we see on the news is all the destruction and all the bad things that happen here. And then you come here and life is continuing and it's busy and there's music playing and it's so wonderful to be here. And we're calling our parents and holding up the phone saying, "Listen, everything's alive here. There's dancing, there's singing. It's not what they show on television in the United States."
And here you come here and everyone's happy. You don't see a sad face. Everyone's just shopping and living and dancing and having fun, and it makes me so happy.
Jerusalem is strong and is a part of us, and we will always love it. If there is a message that you are going to be taking back with you to the States from this visit, what will it be?
It's to come to Israel. Now is the time to come to Israel to support Israel. We can't let what's going on scare us away. It's wonderful to come here and visit. This is our homeland. We can't stay away.
I'll be coming back soon, and I want everyone else at home to come back with me.
When I go home, I'm going to try and get everyone to come, everyone to understand that it's not death. If they come here, it won't be depressing. It won't be just to support the people who have no lives and who are depending on money. It's just to come to enjoy yourself. It's fun too.
These happenings will culminate in the Chutzot Hayotzer Arts and Craft happening, which Israeli Salad is going to cover too. In the meantime, I'm Shlomo Blas reporting for Israeli Salad.
The International Jerusalem Puppet Festival is taking place in the Khan Theater in the capital. I visited this special festival.
The festival is an international theatre festival, puppet theatre festival. There are a number of groups from overseas, and there are a number of new works that have been produced specifically for this festival, Israeli groups, that are original work.
The festival is very interesting. There are all kinds of shows. The puppets, how they are moving, I think they are real.
Well, this festival brings people from all kinds of places, from Israel, from abroad. From abroad.
Yeah.
From abroad. We were kids when it started, and it's each year and bringing many people. So people coming here and they have the chance to see all kinds of things from all kinds of methods and languages, of puppet art.
I spoke to some of the directors and the actors and the performers here about the unique language of puppets.
There's something very, very special, very unique in the way that a good puppeteer can bring an inanimate object alive. There's something also fascinating to see the materials from which it's made, and to see just how it's basically just rags. And the fascination for me in puppet theater is to see how a professional puppeteer can actually, the nuance and the delicacy and the type of relationship that develops between the puppeteer and this inanimate object which comes alive in their hands.
Puppet shows could be also for adults. What is special is that a lot emphasis is put on the visual and the surprise. It's not only verbal plot. You really have to think very accurate about concept. And for me, it's special because I can do it on my own.
Do things that humans can do. Puppets can fly. They can take the head out and bring it back.
They can like we did, like a scene with the same puppet with two heads that got like
schizophrenic. And becoming double head.
Yeah, and I think there's something that it's sometimes much easier for the audience to get attached and identified with that.
Well, this city that's so torn apart with terror and conflict, this is a very magical moment for me in which personally I can relax. There's a wonderful summer feeling to it, and people are together and very happy and very relaxed, and that's wonderful in itself.
Inviting you to come and visit the festival in Jerusalem.
Yeah, and we're begging you, if you're abroad, so come and bring some life to Jerusalem, because we need it, really, as Jerusalem people. And Jerusalem is Jerusalem, and we need...
going on here, and good things, and you come to see.
There is life, lots of life inside the people, so come and...
There are fishes in the Dead Sea.
There are fishes. There is. But
there is
there are or there is.
Sorry for the bad English.
There are. When we come back, we'll hear from Rabbi Samson a little about the morning prayers.
What does the Western Wall mean to you?
The Kotel gives me a feeling of belonging to this country, because it's the connection that we as a Jewish people have to Jerusalem, which is Zion, which then is the Zionist country, which is Israel. I always get a special feeling coming to Jerusalem.
Welcome back. Each morning we recite a set of prayers, the morning prayers, Tfilot HaShachar. Rabbi Samson joins us from his office in Jerusalem. Rabbi Samson, I would like to get a better understanding of what we say each morning.
Well, you should know. It's as simple as it sounds, just understanding what it is that you're saying. There was a very highly revered rabbi. His name was Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, and he was considered the top of the rabbis that we had. He passed away only recently, a few years ago. And once somebody asked him, when he was already in his old age, he was way in his 80s, and someone asked him, what is your worship of God at this time in your life? What are you really working on to worship God? Something that not everybody can ask anyone else. And Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach answered a very interesting answer, and he said, you really want to know? I'll tell you. I'm working on concentrating on the words of the prayers that I say, trying to understand them at their actual time, and saying and understanding the words one by one in the prayer. And as simple as that sounds, here we have the greatest of all rabbis working on it when he's still in his 80s. And what you're saying, Yoni, is a very good question. What is it that we're saying? The basic idea behind all of the prayers, when a person wakes up in the morning, the first prayer that he says is, Modeh ani lefanecha, I thank you, God, for restoring my soul. And it puts a person in a very good light, and it puts him in lieu and in touch with God and in the world. And it kind of starts off his day with, thank you, God. Thank you, God, that I'm able to wake up this morning. And that's actually the beginning of the morning prayers.
Thank you, Rabbi Samson. That'll be all for this week. We'll meet again next week. Until then, I wish you all a great Shabbat. We'll finish with a few more tunes from the event in Gush Katif. Shabbat Shalom.
Hashem, for you